everybody. Welcome to your full crew. We are in fabulous Las Vegas at CES 2025, and the full crew is live with ANELLO Photonics, our sponsor for the stream. Thank you very much. And this is Mario Paniccia from ANELLO, and they had a big announcement. So tell everybody about it.
Yeah, so just again, ANELLO Photonics is building, we created the first world's smallest optical gyro, which we call SiPhog, Silicon Photonics Optical Gyro. If you remember, this is a small, low power, 3.3 volts, but it fits in the palm of your hand. And we use this to create navigation systems. Because of this high precision, we can put this into things. We talked on your show about drones.
Yes.
This is, we put 3 of them in a cube, and now you have the world's smallest IMU. We put this on drones, and we can actually now navigate. The key thing is in GPS denied or contested or even spoofed environments, because of the precision of the gyro, we can navigate. If you lose GPS, we have a system that detects it. We say rely on ANELLO, and we keep navigating through the system. I'm Italian, so
I know, the hands. All right,
and
we're
so,
gonna
do you remember
give
what
me
ANELLO
one. Give me
stands
one.
for?
Hold on.
What's that?
All right, it's Italian.
What's it mean? It's
I
ring.
didn't do my
It's
homework.
Ring in Italian.
Ring,
Italian.
yes.
So we build optical gyros. So,
Yeah.
so we have systems that work. I'm going to keep my hands quiet. We have systems that work in land. This is our land vehicle that has one optical axis. We have systems that work for drones, air, 3 of these. And so when things are flying in 3 dimensions, and what we announced at this show, this is
now we got C.
For maritime, C.
The maritime.
Now what happens in maritime is you're moving around, it's 3 dimensions, but you also have to take into account currents, underwater, above water, and below water. This is hermetically sealed, salt spray. This is a full INS system. So this has 3 SiPhogs for 3 dimensions. It has 2 GPS antennas. We have triple band GPS. So as you're navigating, again, the key is if you have GPS, great. But what happens is most times when you get into contested environments, you lose GPS.
Well, now you don't have to be in Ukraine to have a contested environment, right? We're seeing jamming and spoofing everywhere lately.
And it's not only just contested environments, it's things around there. But think about this, you're on the water, and this is the key. You turn around 360 degrees, what's it look like? It's all the same.
All the same.
So cameras don't help you, LiDAR doesn't help you. Maybe you can look at the stars. What we've created is a small form factor, low power, navigation solution that's very precise. This has been now tested. We had this solution in our technology tested in the Middle East. The Navy, working with the Navy and Naval X. We've driven this up into areas where there's contested GPS jamming. We're solid. So this is the key. We've now created with ANELLO high precision, low cost, volume scalable technology that operates now in GPS contested environments across industrial and defense, land, air, and sea.
I love it. By the way, what Mario was talking about, when he says he was on the show, he was on the Dawn of Autonomy last November. So if you want to learn all about what is photonics, what are IMUs, there was a great show that walked you through everything. Go back and check that out. You are having a great show so far at your booth.
We've been
Tell
busy.
everybody what booth you're at. I know we're in the Central Hall. I think you guys are in the
North Hall. Booth number 10, 954, I believe.
In the 900s, you'll find them.
So it's in the corner. ANELLO Photonics. Go on our website. Look up on LinkedIn. The booth information is there. Sorry, I don't remember. I know.
It's all right. Well, let me ask you this, Mario. No worries. Have you been tied to the booth, or have you been able to see anything?
I haven't been. This is the first time I walked in just to see you.
All right.
We go from 9 a.m. People are actually, yesterday at the beginning of the show, we had 3 people sitting at 10 a.m. before the show started and wanted to talk to us. So
wow.
It's a really exciting time.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So much going on here this year, by the way. This is a great example, and there's so many companies doing highly complex components like ANELLO. Of course, ANELLO stands out in that crowd, but robots, and I've seen a couple air taxis, so follow me on social, you'll find some pictures later on, but great stuff. So Mario, as you look forward to 2025 now, what's next for ANELLO?
So for us, it's really about taking the technology we've developed, manufacturing and scaling our products. We have customers now across land, air, and now maritime, and we're just scaling the products, growing our sales, You know, we just raised a funding round. That funding round was really to build capacity and manufacturing. And there's a ton of interest across industrial. And obviously the maritime, there's lots of interest now from the Navy.
Yeah.
And every time we do one of these demos, that we validate the technology working in a real environment.
Yeah.
Just shows again. And in this case, you know, we had people in the Navy on a ship following our USV that we had our technology in. We did an announcement here. This was our partner CSATs.
Yes.
And what I was told, it was out in the Middle East, and the people on the boat, when they looked at their phones sent them to an airport 300 kilometers away. System detected ANELLO. We were getting spoofed. We ported over to ANELLO, and we navigated to our waypoints flawlessly.
Yeah,
and it's an example that the technology works, it's valid. And so 25 is really about scaling, and events like this, and I appreciate everything you do, you know, telling more customers, anybody who needs navigation solutions, GPS denied, come see us at ANELLO. We have a website, ANELLOPhotonics.com. Set up a meeting, love to find out what your problems are and how we can take our technology to solve your navigation solutions.
So great ways to reach Mario if you're not here at CES, but let me ask you, what's the next show that you might go? Are you going to Exponential this year?
Yes, we'll be at Exponential.
Okay,
we'll have a booth there, so come, we'll actually hopefully
all right,
we'll
yeah, that would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
We have an event at the end of January in San Diego. I think it's something west for a it's a maritime event.
ISC West.
Yes, ISC West.
ISC West, everybody. Check out ANELLO there.
And then on our website, you'll see a calendar of events, and we see events, but we'll be the next 6 months. I think every month we're somewhere.
Okay, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Mario. Congratulations on the new launch. It's going to be a big year, I know it. And everybody follow ANELLO, check out what they're doing. In fact, one of our guests that's going to come on, Olga, she's already like, hey, Mario, we need to talk the minute you're off the stage. So we got to get him getting some business done.
Thanks again.
So thank you again, as always.
Everyone,
thank you for sponsoring the stream, Mario, and for your team.
To seeing everybody. Come by our booth.
All right, very good. I'm going to grab your mic gently, and we are going to get our colleague. Have fun. All right, have a great show. We're going to get our colleague from CES up here, and I'm just going to have you hold the mic unless you want to clip it. Either way. All right, very much. If you could please introduce yourself. Thank you so much for joining us, by the way.
Thank you for having me, and apologies for my tardiness.
Yeah, no worries.
My name is Allison Fried, and I am a spokesperson for the Consumer Technology Association.
All right, so CTA, they're the powerhouses that put on this ginormous, I mean, this thing takes up the entire city of Las Vegas. By the way, first year ever, there was a keynote in the Sphere last night.
Yes.
Delta.
100
years celebration. Lenny Kravitz concert. Holy shnikes, my mind was blown. You guys every year are just outdoing yourselves.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
The goal is to keep that wow factor coming and coming. And the Sphere is one of the most technologically advanced theaters on the planet.
Yes.
And so the fact that it's in Las Vegas and the fact that CES, the world's most powerful technology event, is here,
yes,
it was like, we need to get these things married up and make this happen. So yeah, Delta, amazing experience last night. People were completely wowed. Just one example of the crazy cool things happening in Las Vegas all throughout this week.
I have to tell you, this is like Disney World.
It is.
No, it for tech.
Yeah.
And so my husband's here, he has a sports company, and I'm like, you just buy a ticket. Because like you need to walk around for 3 days, and he's having so much fun.
Yes.
So like if you've never been here, put this on your calendar for next year, honestly, because your mind will be completely blown, and you will make connections and connect dots in ways that you never have before.
Exactly. And come as long as you're in the industry, because I need to make sure we know.
Absolutely, industry people.
But
industry people.
Such
There's
an
sports
incredible.
tech.
But
there's
that's
health tech.
Any company is a tech company.
That's
what
right.
we say all the time.
Everybody's
Delta,
using AI.
AI.
Delta.
We had a major airline here. We've got John Deere. There's tractors over there because agriculture tech is a huge thing. It truly is. Every industry is incorporating AI, particularly in some way, shape, or form. We just can't get away from it.
Exactly. So as we're thinking through this year, lots of big things happening. What are the top 3 maybe newest trends that you would say that you're seeing across the show floor?
I mean, AI for sure is there. But I think kind of when we look at mega trend, right? Like what does AI mean for us?
Yeah.
digital coexistence is where I would
yeah.
say, you know, and I've had a lot of conversations this week. Oh my gosh, is AI too scary, or is it getting too invasive? But this show is all about how is technology interacting with us as humans, doing the little things that we don't want to spend our time doing anymore, so that we can save time to do the things we want, connect with the people we want. And so I think that digital coexistence piece is huge.
So AI, digital coexistence, what would number 3 be?
Longevity, health and wellness. I mean,
interesting.
It's by far that we're seeing a ton of products as our economy or as our population is aging
across the world, quite frankly. And birth rates are plummeting. Let's not talk about that. But yes.
I know. But yeah, it's from anything from fall prevention to, you know, remote patient diagnostics is a big area. Being able to check in on your loved ones remotely if you don't live nearby.
That's
making
a great
sure their
point.
medications.
Yeah.
You know,
robots for advanced and elderly healthcare.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Literally, I saw today a robotic table that can kind of go in the corner, but if all of a sudden you need a table to place a meal on or to place medicine on, it rolls over and it flattens itself into a table.
For you.
For whoever needs it, and then it rolls itself right out of the way.
Amazing. This is what we're seeing.
Yeah.
All right, so how can people learn more? CTA, let's talk about that for a minute. Who can join and how do they join?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So CES is kind of our big flagship event, but yeah, it's put on by the Consumer Technology Association based in Arlington, Virginia, and it is designed to represent the industry. And as we talked about, the industry is everyone. So
it is.
Over 2,500 companies are CTA members, and the association works to make sure that we have a pro-business, pro-innovation environment for technology to continue to thrive. So CES.tech is where you can follow the show. CTA.tech is where you can get information about the association. But yeah, if you are a company that is anywhere involved in the industry, you should join because the member benefits are absolutely incredible.
All right, awesome. And you said how they can learn more about next year's CES. Anything you could preview? I know we're a year out and we're still in the middle of this one. What's going to be bigger and better? I mean, how much bigger can it get?
I know. I think kind of in that mobility and transportation space, we're going to keep seeing those iterations.
Can I put in a special request?
Please.
I was thinking it would be so cool to have a location called the Hangar and have like the eVTOLs and the drones in one place. And
so we can
maybe, I'm just saying.
I love
just throwing it out. Let's talk later.
Okay, we'll make it happen.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you so much. How can people reach you or any other ways that they can connect?
Yeah, I say CES.tech is the best way. Allie Fried, you can find me on LinkedIn. But yeah, we just love this week. It is like such a special, happy Disneyland of technology. So thank you for being here.
I love it, I love it, I love it. Thank you. I look forward to it every year.
Amazing.
Thank you.
All right.
So let's go ahead and swap out that mic. We're going to get Olga Pogoda up here. So Olga is from KEF, I call it KEF, but I know it's KEF Robotics. Incredible person. By the way, fun fact, featured a picture of her, if she looks familiar, on our new Autonomy Global website about what's happening in Ukraine with regard to drones. I know that's near and dear to your heart on a very personal level. So tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Olga. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of KEF Robotics. We are a small business based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Woohoo, I'm from Philly.
So we work on GPS denied navigation. So if there's no GPS, no communication between the operator and the aircraft, how do we get the aircraft from point A to point B and then get it back home safely? So we leverage cameras and IMUs and other low-cost, off-the-shelf sensors to be able to provide a similar to GPS signal to the autopilot and then be able to get it back home.
Awesome. And by the way, everybody, Olga was just on a panel relating to autonomous drones, dual use, and lots of great lessons learned there. Your experience in the defense space, so extensive. As you've walked the floor and seen some of the tech, what's jumping out at you as being like, wow, this year?
Yeah, so my favorite exhibit so far, and I want to preface that I've had very, very little time to walk around.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm just going to fix the camera, so let's go.
Yikes.
All right, here we go. We're going back.
My fault.
It's mine. I like tell people, I love this camera, and by the way, this company I think is here. It's called Instalink, but like there's no way to, no kidding, lock it. So if you move your hands, it moves. It's AI, it's smart, but it's dumb. So anyway, so go ahead, what did you see on the floor?
Well, first is this camera. I gotta stop using my hands. But yeah, so I'm gonna give a shout out to another local Pittsburgh company, Carnegie Robotics.
Oh yeah, Carnegie, they were on your panel, yeah.
Yes, so one of the coolest things I saw today has been this yacht, a giant yacht that they've brought onto the floor.
You know what? I saw that yacht.
It's crazy.
And I didn't know all their guts were inside of it.
Yes.
When I saw it until after the panel.
I mean, first of all, it's a yacht that is docked inside this hull, which is just like insane. Yeah, but it's really cool because the systems that Carnegie Robotics has developed allows it to auto dock. So yeah, really cool, innovative stuff. Yeah, I'm excited to walk the rest of the floor.
So there's boats, there's tractors with tires bigger than you.
Yes.
There's humanoid robots. There's every widget you can possibly think of here. So super excited, and I know you're eager to talk to Mario about his technology, which is frankly a very smart move for you.
Yes.
So we're gonna let you go, but before we do, by the way, KEF Robotics, Fraser from KEF,
yes.
Am I saying it? Okay.
Yes,
is gonna be on our full crew. I think it's in a week or two. So check that out. We're focusing on robotics, and so you can meet Fraser there. And then also you guys are both coming to Exponential and getting involved in Law Tech Connect for our government autonomy deals panel. So awesome, awesome, awesome. How can people otherwise learn about what you're doing or reach you?
Yes, please visit our website, kefrobotics.com. Find us on LinkedIn or reach out to me directly, Olga at kefrobotics.com.
And don't forget to read that amazing article on Autonomy Global from a panel she was on with Brian Startuck, and who was the other guy? Well, Bill Daggett from DAG
folks.
Advisory Group.
Yeah, but Mark Lindquist.
Mark Lindquist.
Who is in Ukraine as we speak.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God. All right. Prayers for safety. All right, everybody. We are going to get Clint Harper up here,
Thanks,
so you're going to swap out that mic, and we're going to keep it rolling. Clint is our last speaker, last but not least, certainly in this segment. We're going to talk about that in a second. But Clint is a friend of this show. He's been on. In fact, you were here at CES last year.
Yep.
And we were just talking where you were. Supernal was here with Hyundai, and they had their unveiling of the S2 eVTOL aircraft in a big hangar outside. It was amazing. I know you just got here.
Yeah.
You're focusing a lot more on drones. What are you excited to see, Clint?
So I'm really excited to see all the different technologies that drones can complement.
Yes.
So there's a lot of different things here, from the healthcare, from the ag, just so many different things that can benefit small rural communities and indigenous communities, which is a focus area that I'm getting into.
I know, that's very near and dear to his heart as well, yeah.
And so what can we pair with advanced air mobility technologies to really get that technology out there, get benefits to the people, and really just kind of help make the world a better place.
Absolutely. Now tell everybody a little bit about your company, what you do.
Yeah, so Harper 4D Solutions, where I'm a private consultant. We work with state and local governments. I also have a couple of real estate developer clients. Work with some of the ecosystems, so True Weather Solutions or Network Systems is some of my clients that I support. Love them.
Love both of them.
Yes,
yep.
Absolutely.
Good friends.
And I also help heliports, Vertiport Chicago, helping them with some stuff. So really just trying to use the experience that I got from the Air Force to
Yes, he's a veteran.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes. And doing that, and more lately in the drone space.
Right, yeah.
Not just advanced air mobility and vertiports.
Right, yes. Yeah, more in the drone space. There's so much applicability and so many use cases on the drone side of the house that it's silly not to engage in that, and it's hard not to love once you're in it.
We were just talking to Allie from CES, and it's really CTA, runs CES. What's really interesting is there's no drone section, but when you walk around the floor, all of a sudden you'll just see a drone right there, with other technology. In fact, I think there's a Chinese company that has a car, SUV sized car that you park, and out the back you pop your eVTOL, almost like a 2-person eVTOL. I haven't seen it yet. I'm really looking forward to the solar vehicle. I mean, again, I can't even describe the mind-blowing tech that's here.
It's insane, and the people.
The people, yeah, of course. We ran into, I was like, all right, Clint, are you coming? And he was like, no, and then now he's here. So it was like super. And then Olga was on the panel. It's like, that was a surprise. Of course, Mario's got his booth. So yeah, what would you recommend to people out there with regards to this event? Because I don't think the drone community has this on their radar. Right. No pun intended.
No, yeah, so it's all the supporting technologies, all the technologies that the UAS operators can pair with.
IMUs.
Right, yeah, the IMUs, all of that.
Software,
and then talk to people.
ADSB, those people are actually here.
Yes, and the connections that you can make here is insane. So talk to people, even if you don't think you have something in common, you never know.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right. All right, so how can people reach you, learn more about what you're doing, Clint?
Yeah, so the best way to find me is on LinkedIn. So Clint Harper at LinkedIn. Harper4D Solutions is also on LinkedIn. That's 4D, the number 4 and the letter D. Or you can send me an email at clint@harper4d.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show again. I love having you.
It's an honor to be here.
He's such a great friend. So I'm going to grab your mic and I'm going to close this segment out. What I'm going to tell everybody here is we're doing something a little bit non-traditional. We're taping this segment and then we're going over to EDGE. And EDGE used to be government CES. Now these folks are all folks that work with the government, with technologies, or they're in the government. We're going to have a retired 3-star general that used to help lead the United States Space Force and all kinds of people on that. So we're going to segment over to that now. We are out here from the Central Hall in fabulous Las Vegas at CES, and we're going to head over to EDGE. Hey everybody, welcome to back to your full crew. We are at EDGE 25, and I've got Laura Hudson here with us to tell us a little bit about herself and what EDGE is all about.
So I am Laura Hudson. I'm president of the GBF, Government Business Executive Forum, and we produce 2 events a year, EDGE at CES and the EDGE Security Summit, as well as some local programs in the Washington, D.C. area. Our organization brings together government and industry to discuss the topics that are similar to everyone, that are across multiple jurisdictions, state, local, federal, and international, with a lot of the U.S. and NATO partners.
Excellent, excellent. And this year's special because it's your 20th anniversary,
yes,
is that right?
That is correct. So we have been live and in person here in Las Vegas for the last 20 years.
And what is, besides your 20th year anniversary, what's so special about this year?
I think this year we have a record number of attendees. We capped it at 450 and we ended up with about 473, and we had over 110 speakers from, I believe, about 46 different agencies and offices, state and local and international representation as well.
Awesome. And can people watch the videos like anybody in the public, and how can they access those?
Absolutely. So all of the content from EDGE 25 will be posted on our website, CES or
EDGE.
Sorry, I'm sorry, gbf.tech, and all of the content, the different sessions from the plenary stage will all be there and available.
Awesome. And by the way, I had the privilege and honor of hosting a little segment at the plenary on drones and disaster response with Dr. Jack Elston and Thomas Chadwick from Dominion Energy. Jack is from Blacksmith Technologies. Laura, how can people learn more about GBEF, about EDGE, and how can they reach you?
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, our website is gbf.tech, and you can also reach out to me through our website as well. So give it a look.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time.
Such a
By the
pleasure.
way, thank you. We're going to tag out, grab some money, and then we'll go next.
Great.
We are actually at the reception right before the American Vinyl concert. It's an annual thing. We've got, come on down, sir. I'm going to give you this microphone to hold. This is Lieutenant General John Shaw, retired U.S. Space Force, and what a briefing you gave today, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about your experience here at EDGE.
So I had, I had a chance to come here in uniform 3 years ago and give a talk, and I was really impressed with the audience and the experience in the audience and the perspectives that they had. I remember it. My takeaway from that was being so impressed. Like, do I ever get a chance to come and be with this crowd again? And sure enough, I had a chance to come this year, and I tell you, on the brink, on the edge of CES here, to have all these leaders of the tech industry here and be able to talk to them about what they're working on, what's going on, their perspectives has been invaluable to me. So I really enjoyed the opportunity.
Well, no doubt, but everybody can watch your session in the plenary. It was excellent, sir. As you look around and you think about 2025, what would you say is the top thing people should be looking for with regard to space?
Well, I think I think one of the obvious things is how's the new administration going to approach space, right? And that's from all the sectors. The civil side and NASA. What's the future of NASA, and how will the president's choice for the NASA director, Jared Isaacman, what will he do with that organization?
Yeah.
We all know that I finished my career in the Space Force. In the last few years, we're standing up the Space Force, and the incoming president clearly has an affection for the Space Force.
Yes, it happened under his watch, right?
A paternal one at the very least. So, and it'll be interesting to see where he wants to go with that, and then kind of irrespective of how the administration is focused, there are going to be challenges in the space domain on the commercial side on how do we make sure that we can continue to make space sustainable and viable with all of the new capabilities and constellations that are going there. Again, what are we going to do with civil space and returning to the moon? And then how are we going to continue to stay ahead of the threats in the space domain with Space Force and Space Command? Well,
just a few things to think about. And sir, thank you so much for joining us. How can people learn about what you're doing, and how can they reach you?
So I'm definitely on LinkedIn. If anyone wants to reach out and do there, I'm finding in this next chapter of my life, there's just so many exciting things going on across the spectrum for space. So I'm just diving in wherever I can, where I can make a difference.
Well, we look forward to talking to you more throughout the year, sir, and working with you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks, Don.
Appreciate you, sir.
Okay, take care.
All right, have a great one.
Everybody.
All right, next up we have Trent. Oh, nope. All right, come on down. All right, lady.
Keep it
nice
lively.
to meet you.
Hi, Ganesha Martin.
Ganesha. All right, so Ganesha, and you are from Mark43, is that right?
I am from Mark43.
All right, so first of all, tell everybody a little bit about you and Mark43.
Yeah, so Mark43 is the cloud native RMS and CAD 911 dispatch, the first in the market to actually build in the cloud, which we needed in municipal policing.
Yeah.
I spent over a decade in law enforcement in Baltimore Police Department and in the mayor's office in Baltimore. And so I'm super excited to be here. I am the vice president right now, Mark43 of Law Enforcement Advisory Strategic Services.
Well, that is awesome. I'll tell you what, here at EDGE, they've been talking about law enforcement this entire time. So is this your first EDGE?
It is.
Okay, so tell me your impressions.
Yeah, so this has been so great, right? Because my panel, I had, ATF, I had, Chicago on the ground, I had, the Edmonton Chief Morales from Miami. And I said to them, I said, you guys, we go to major city chiefs, for the last 15 years, we go to IACP for the last 15 years, and I'd never heard of EDGE until I was invited to speak.
Yeah.
I said, these conversations have to be happening more so that we create these opportunities to collaborate. And the one thing that I really take away from EDGE, everybody talks about is the relationships, right?
Yes.
That you walk away from. So that's really, in law enforcement, I know you know this,
Yeah.
trust is a huge issue.
Yes.
Even when you're dealing with agencies, right? And so building these relationships actually helps you when you get back on the ground, reduce crime and keep communities safe.
Well, absolutely. And this is, Laura Hudson was here from GBEF.
Yes.
And what she failed to mention was this is global. I mean, Interpol is here.
Yeah,
right?
this is true.
We had representatives from the Netherlands here talking about what they're doing. The Dutch, quantum technology.
Yes.
So, those connections in law enforcement beyond are really, really key, like you said.
Yeah, the other thing that was great, right, was talking about space. Right?
Yeah, we just had Gerald Shaw.
Yeah, wasn't that great?
Yeah.
And the space police, the things
the guardians of the galaxy.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's been amazing to be here and see. And this is actually I go to lots of conferences, lots of law enforcement conferences. This is like some great big brains coming together, enjoying each other's company, and walking away with some really great partnerships that go back and do some great things, and they come back and report the next year on all the great things they've done together. This has been life-changing for me.
Well, awesome and fun. I mean, here we
Absolutely.
are. I can't wait. Wait till you hear American Vinyl. It'll change your life. It's like Skunk Baxter. Not only did he found the Doobie Brothers, he's like a national security consultant.
I know.
I mean, who knew, right?
Yeah.
So it's this crazy mix of people here.
And it is, and I have to say, you were one of my favorite, the energy you bring. And then I have to say, there was a panel, I don't remember what it was, but they had some music going. And I saw a head bobbing.
And that was me.
And it was you. And I was like, all right, so I can't wait to see your dance moves tonight.
Well, thank you. And of course, I violated my own rule. Hold on, give me a second. I'm always doing this. I flail my hands on my AI camera triggers. So we're all good now.
Yeah.
So how can people reach you and how can they learn more about Mark 43?
Yeah, so definitely go to our website. I love to, do demos, the hands-on. We do hands-on labs, so I think that's the best way to learn. And then also go to my LinkedIn, Ganesha. My parents made it hard for people to, so it's Ganesha Martin, and you can find me at LinkedIn and we can connect. I love to do that.
Woo-hoo. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll see you on the dance floor.
All right, sounds good.
All right, we got Trent Teyama. He's coming on down. CSG Strategies. All right, so this gentleman here was, hey we're like squeezing in together. Okay, here we go. He was on our Full Tilt Leadership podcast. Trent has been working with us. He's doing amazing things in cybersecurity. So welcome back to our full crew. This is not your first rodeo here at EDGE.
It's my 12th.
Oh, it's only your 12th. Tell me your impressions on how it's evolved over the years.
It just gets better and better. I mean, it's like the one conference, like when I was in the FBI, it's the one conference I would definitely come to. I get more out of this in a week than you get out of multiple conferences over the years. So definitely worth it. And keep coming back every year.
So for those that haven't been able to attend, they can watch the videos as we already established. As you have sat through these panels, what are the three biggest things that have jumped out at you in terms of trends for technology in government?
So in government, number one, space. So we're on that tipping point going forward right now. It's not only just intel and military space, it's commercial and private space. We're on that edge of the third space race, and this is going to blow open the entire market. So it's going to be like the internet boom, only it's going to be the space boom. And for CES, it's sky's the limit, literally. Secondly, UAS. That's really growing. Drones.
So much drone content this year. I'm so proud. Touches my heart.
And good discussion about policy and where it should go to kind of clean up the holes, so it's a lot easier to use and makes sense. And then finally, getting the chipsets. You got the NVIDIA release today, so that's huge. It's going to change the whole market.
That was at CES, right?
It was at the main CES, but they just had their announcement a few hours ago. It was pretty impressive.
All right, amazing. So, spectacular year ahead. What are you most looking forward to, Trent?
I'm looking forward to actually seeing where the space thing goes. I think we're going to see a lot more over this year and next. A lot more commercial and private firsts that we haven't seen before, which is great.
Well, and on that note, everybody, the full crew will be at the Space Symposium in April in Colorado Springs. Carousel will be sponsoring that stream. Super excited to see what's happening by April and beyond, of course. So tell people how they can learn more about your company and how they can reach you.
So do cybersecurity technology strategy. I'm in the DC area. Best way to reach me is on LinkedIn, and we'll get together.
All right. Woo-hoo. Thank you, my friend. Great to see you again. All right, buddy. All right, last but not least, we've got the captain from the Beverly Hills Police Department.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, I've never done a
good
podcast
sir.
on
That's
the dance
right.
floor before.
I know, it's like there's always a first. So move in more towards me, look at that camera, and you are all good. All right, so first of all, tell everybody who you are and what you're doing here.
Okay, I'm Mark Stainbrook. I'm the chief of the Beverly Hills Police Department, and mainly I'm on a couple panels about drones and future technology and law enforcement.
Yeah, so lots of law enforcement content at this event.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
So there's law enforcement content, but what I like so far is that it's not all law enforcement. I go to many all law enforcement conferences like IACP,
Yes.
and you kind of get the same flavor here, having some different industries and different people.
Yes.
It's a lot better, and I like to hear what other people are dealing with, their issues.
Yes.
And that way it kind of informs what we're doing. So I appreciate the variety of people here in the networking.
So the captain here, he's got drone as first responder out there in Beverly Hills.
It is chief, but
Chief.
I didn't
Chief.
go to evil chief school to be called
Oh,
captain.
all right,
but,
chief. So wait, chief is higher than captain?
Chief's the highest.
Okay.
It'd be like
All
me
right,
calling
he's
you
like-
a lieutenant colonel instead of colonel.
Okay, all right. I insulted the man. I apologize.
Okay.
I don't know the law enforcement ranks. Chief. Okay, chief is here and doing DFR out in Beverly Hills.
Correct.
And using drones for all kinds of things.
Yes.
So any one tip you would give people out there when it comes to using drones in public safety?
Sure. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't have to do everything all at once. We started very small. We were flying off the top of a garage in the middle of Beverly Hills with a small drone just for a very localized area. And we built our program up from that and got all our permissions from the FAA. And that took months, years, and then getting the funding and the training and the right drones eventually. So we continue to constantly improve and constantly try to get better. But don't think you have to start where we are now. Just do what you can and then build into your program.
That's great advice. I love that. Rome wasn't built in a day, nor was DFR. So excellent, excellent. All right, so something you heard here that's not law enforcement that people watching should know about.
I think the common perception that AI is going to be big for everybody, of course, but a lot of questions remain, and how is it going to be implemented, and what kind of AI you need to do what kind of work for you.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one that feels a little bit overwhelmed by AI, and we're just thinking about the data sets we have. So just again, listening to people in other fields talk about their issues are not dissimilar.
Yes.
And so really looking forward to like the next couple of years and the new administration and see how they take these different technology programs from the federal government and push it down through the states and locals through grants and Homeland Security.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting times indeed. You guys are very transparent in terms of the programs you have. I know you put up videos routinely. How do people learn more about what you're doing there in Beverly Hills?
So you can follow us on social media. Just look on Instagram, X, BHPD 90210, and join our Instagram page, and you'll see what we put up, because we want people to know what we're doing. I have signs when you come into Beverly Hills that say drone in use, police drone in use. So we're trying to send the message: don't come commit crime in Beverly Hills, because you will get arrested.
All right, amazing. And then, are you comfortable with people contacting you? And if so, how would they do that?
Oh, absolutely. I'm on LinkedIn. My email is mstainbrook@beverlyhills.org. And we've had over 300 agencies visit our department to see what we're doing with DFR and our real-time watch center. And we're happy to share, because we think it's the future of law enforcement.
Well, it is indeed. And Chief, thank you.
Colonel,
kindly.
thank you.
All right,
Have a great
man.
rest of your
All right, you
conference.
too. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, everybody. That is all she wrote for this particular segment. We are out here.